Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. It is I, Jeffrey K. Horcrims, your internet friend. I am joined, as virtually always, I think there was like one noteworthy time, is when we had guests.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt...
You just felt alone and abandoned and left in the cold.
Yeah, there was a chill. There was a chill breeze, of course.
I mean, I get it.
Thanks, Bip. When I felt it.
I feel the same way when I'm not around myself.
Exactly.
Weird.
It's like when I'm in the void.
Yeah.
But it's like this. The reason I felt so out of sorts under those conditions is because he is Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster. It's Eric J. Benson, also known as The Edge, the notorious EJB in Azerbaijan. Now,
I gotta see if I can trademark that. I mean,
Get it.
you two might already have it, right?
No,
It
could be. But what I'm saying is that there's an incredible opportunity there for you to establish your brand and maintain it.
I can go into all different types of businesses. Knives, plateware.
Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, I mean, let's think outside the box.
Anodizing, consider it. Now, you may be, if you were not here with us last week, you may not be aware of what S.A. Wells, longtime enthusiast of the show, has called our altar.
No, it really is.
No, it is authentically an altar. But we've made some modifications since last time, according to Clue's exquisite design, and also Clue's, but also the mysterious force known as husband, I understand was connected with this affair in some way. But so, do you have a special camera that is oriented specifically down to the device? Now, this must certainly be considered a modification to the overall device. So this is an altar which, consider this, gathered friends, this is an altar which contains within it a kind of satellite sub-altar that contains another altar, if you think about
Multiple altars within altars.
This is a meta altar.
That's huge.
Obviously, we've reached the end of days.
These are big ideas, folks.
Exactly. And so what we're going to do this time out, we're going to return to our ancient ways by cracking open our grain basket here, throwing some stuff in, hopping, as they say. And then on the back of that, we're going to do a full test and see if our sound baffling will allow us to return to our ancient ways. Clues is, even now in the wings, there is a crossing of the fingers, the international sign for real confidence in the success of an endeavor.
The Malter.
Malter? Oh,
that's great.
Of course this channel. Tolan, get the fuck out. We don't use that word here.
That is heresy at this
juncture. Now, so let's do our thing. So Ghostly Clockwork in the wings, obviously, has access to a unique camera that we will use to get this process done. So what are we building in this today?
Can I get you into these grain beds,
Mr. Benson,
today?
What's it going to take?
So, this is what we, this is Yawning Porter. Put your craw into that tab.
The dust came up.
Yeah, and you were just like, I missed this?
No,
like
it was
it brought you back to a simpler time?
No, it was like in Highlander. It's like, imagine that I had just decapitated a foe. Like the raw
power.
The raw malt energy went in here. But this is definitely, that is a novel build. I mean, like, what
That's
is in
all,
there?
remember that was all Maris Otter, and 80% Maris Otter. So biscuity, bready, doughy.
We love Maris Otter on the show. I'm saying what is the other thing in there?
The special roast.
Is that what it is? Because it's like...
So you have carafa for the coloring and some caramel flavor, but really it's the special roast.
I'm getting some husk.
Yeah.
Some husk up in this business. All right. Let me put that in there. It has a not unpleasant animal feed vibe.
Yeah.
Did you stop by Micro Homebrew?
Oh yeah, we went over to Micro Homebrew. Tony was there.
Did you hang out with Tony?
Yep.
Good deal. What's he up to these days?
Still brewing.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of brewing. Bought a new house. You know.
The brew business is good.
Woo! Look at that.
Okay.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah, so that is not a, but it's also not a super deep grain bed either. That's what's the surprising thing about porters.
Yeah.
Is that they have the crazy color, but honestly,
there's not much to it. They're very
quite easy to drink.
Yeah.
All right. So on the back, what do we got?
Yeah. So this is going to be Brewers Gold, but we substituted some Chinook because they were out of Brewers Gold today. So we're putting about half a bag in there.
Half a bag, okay.
Yep.
Aroma, distinct, medium, intense spice, and pine characteristics.
Yep.
Subtle notes of grapefruit. In my experience, grapefruit notes tend not to be too subtle.
Yeah, but these are actually subtle. It's not going to be like having a sculpin, right?
Yeah, that shit's in your face.
Yeah.
But you would, I know what they mean.
Yeah.
In terms of the bite, it's like a tiny bit of the oil, but it's not like...
That's fantastic.
It isn't the purpose of the plant.
No. You're gonna, I mean, it's gonna be more fruity than just solely grapefruit.
Indeed.
No, they didn't have Brewer Silver.
Yeah, we decided to upgrade.
Yeah.
You know, we decided to treat ourselves. All right.
Half a bag, so it's half an ounce.
An OZ, as they say. All right, now.
All right, it's that time. You've had a lot of time to prep, to jog behind a bicycle, punch out this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you feeling right now?
I can hear the music.
Yeah.
From Punch Out.
Yeah.
Even now, but it should be said. There's parts of this. There's parts of the malter that you are not familiar with, and that's the truly robust. Ample supply of storage, but more than that,
Did you just chuck the hops into the altar?
Wait, no, I'm saying we have a storage area
I know,
over
it's
here.
great.
Yeah, exactly. I just put it right there. But the tank, like the actual water tank for the Pico, it has its own little bed right here. Is there a little portal that goes from in there to the clues?
I had to make it soundproof between the hole.
How did you soundproof the hole? I mean, historically, a very challenging.
Yeah.
It's the question we're all trying to answer.
Test it, the foam's over it, and then it's got an X cut through it, so the hoses will slip through. And if we need more, we're gonna do the rubber wrap.
Fair enough. All right, so this is test one
Excited.
of the basket. All right.
All right, you ready to?
No, I'm not. Let me move this bag.
Here it goes. We all have faith in you.
I know that that's not true.
I mean, I do.
Okay, is there a... Listen, has anyone, even for a moment, given a thought, even a single thought, to the fact that there's almost no way for me to do this without people seeing literally inside my asshole? Has anybody thought about it at all?
Turn your ass towards the taps. That way, yes.
Like on the Tomb Raider poster?
Yeah, like
Work from that side.
the penitent man shall pass, right? Just work it.
Stand on the other side.
All right, here. Let's try this.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, God.
All right, we have a handle here.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's signed in.
Yep.
So everything here is ready to go.
Uh-huh.
Am I stalling? Yes.
Yeah.
That is happening.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's try this. So if I put this bad boy...
Yep. Lord bless these grains because they've come to save the world.
All right.
Anybody? No.
You're getting ahead of it?
Yeah. Did that go in? First shot? Well, see?
Wow.
Fantastic
Hooray
start.
indeed,
Fantastic
Bodman.
start.
Now, so we are looking for Yawning Porter
Yes.
here in the recipe.
Should be in there.
Very exciting. Very excited to try. Alter Ego, Eyes of the Grove, Flavored Enemy. Let me resync this list.
Hold on. I know I have it here. Yeah, should be in there.
I mean, there was only 3 recipes in there, so I think it has to go get some more. Oh yeah, here's a few more here.
Yeah.
Hoarfrost. Yawning Porter it is. Preparing for brew. All right.
All right.
that fit on there so nice, Clues. So nice. Well, it's like you feel like you're engaging with the elemental forces of the universe because fundamentally you are. There's like a heavy, like a neodymium
There's 5.
magnet
Total.
here. All right. So it has begun.
Dark.
What do we think?
I might want to put something on the bottom, like a mat on the bottom.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. So a thick foam
Yeah. I got
mat
some-
underneath.
I got some neoprene that might be going in there.
How is it too crazy in the headphones, Josh?
That's fine.
It's fine. All right. Good.
Oh, cool.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, we can't show the back of the bar right now, primarily because I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah. Completely naked. Mm-hmm. Completely naked. It's all folds.
Yeah, it's scary.
Of various kinds. It's like you have. It's like here's like the torso and all this, and then below.
Boom.
Just imagine like a pair of imagine like a set of Venetian blinds, just like waving,
I'm trying to get where you're going at. What, you know.
just like this, going in this way. So yeah. Oh, interesting. Taurus is suggesting that we call the Pico window the Wardle.
Ah, that's great.
Something to consider.
Yeah, I agree.
Brian, is this a normal thing? No, we have made peace with it. We've made peace with this device. So we have the altar within the altar within the altar. Obviously, if you're familiar with Revelations.
Yeah, I mean,
You're familiar with some of these concepts.
now is the end time. Everything's working.
Yeah,
great.
other things to know.
Yeah.
I have this head, but I also have like a eagle head, and like a lion, and a baby,
And wings
and
that
a
stand
goat.
out black.
No, it's good. Well, here, I mean, that's kind of. It seems like that's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think we can get additional grain gains by getting a thick layer of nice foam underneath. But the truth is, I think it's mostly the vibration.
Yeah.
And then the fantasy clues, of course, is that we might have a chance relatively soon, hopefully, to try out the Pico Brew Z,
Yeah.
which is sort of like the sequel, and that'll be a different sort of pump configuration and things like that. So, I mean, all the work that we're doing right now, hopefully, will just be compounded with a new pump system, and everything will go okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So
listen.
that was some of the big news. So we got some stuff to try once Jeff gets his tail over here.
Is he coming back?
I believe so.
Well, here, that's
I
great.
mean, when have we not seen him
Well, no,
come
because
back?
his office was dark, but it's possible he could have been brooding.
Just sitting there contemplating
Well, yeah,
his entrance.
He has a roost.
Yeah. I get it.
It was a condition of employment. He's like, listen, I want to rededicate myself to this company, but
Yeah.
I need a place to roost.
Yeah. And he just spies on people. Like, people will go in.
It's weird, but it's like
I get it.
Everybody has a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has a thing. Like some people they love Reese's peanut butter cups,
Right.
and then some people
Just like to-
want to hang over others
Yeah.
and observe.
Yeah.
And that's I mean I think these are
I'm
roughly
not going to
equi-
judge him for it.
These are roughly equivalent here. Well, here, do you want to?
Yeah.
Honestly, if we wanted to come,
Yeah, how do we
the
call
show,
him? We need like a...
well, my suspicion is that if he is here, cracking these bottles open will be sufficient.
yeah, to...
Well, here, it'll be like this. You'll crack it, and it'll be like.
Yeah, right?
But I think he may not be here, which is honestly great news because we know exactly what to do with these beverages.
Yeah. But also, next week, since we have the taps now that are accurately set up,
Yeah. Final full taps.
we have on tap will be, depending on which one gets done first, either Tycho Brewhay.
You have some.
Yeah.
You got some rolling.
So either Tycho Brewhay, which you can't see.
Oh, that's right. That's a top secret one.
Yeah. And
Good Beery.
Good Beery, which was our Belgian blonde ale with boysenberry in it. So those will be the next 2 weeks.
The saison yeast, man. It's like this is the thing. It's like obviously, we've sort of passed through the mouth of winter. Mm-hmm. There's an actual sun.
It's weird.
You can walk your dog.
I don't know what I'm doing
You can
anymore.
walk your dog at night without a coat. So we're definitely moving into a new phase
Mm-hmm.
of the earth. And generally speaking, that's accompanied by beers like a nice crisp saison in this new configuration, I think would be quite welcome. I don't know what Tycho Brewhay is, but I suspect that it is of the highest quality,
obviously,
beyond reproach, and the sorts of things that I do. So yeah, why don't we put some of those in cups?
Yeah. So this is Cake Day on Acquisition.
Cake Day?
Cake Day. So we have 3 different beers to sample.
Interesting. Okay.
One is going to be, this is Dark Persuasion. Ooh, it's a German chocolate cake ale.
Deal.
So it's going to have a lot of
Coconut?
Yeah, coconut. Yep, wisps of coconut and a lot of dark chocolates in it.
Deal. Yeah. So they just started carrying Icicle. Whereabouts are they from? Because they just started carrying Icicle over at my corner store. And
We're going to find out real quick.
Leavenworth. Interesting.
Very cool.
So Leavenworth.
That's wildly appropriate for Leavenworth.
Exactly. Leavenworth is a place that moms like. If you're not from here, Leavenworth, Clues is like, yeah, I do kind of like Leavenworth.
I think everybody likes Leavenworth.
Well, I'm also
it's
a fan
row
too.
of German beer halls. How do you?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you
But
not like
when I was growing up, my mom was always talking about going to Leavenworth. She never told me what it was. I just know that it's a place that she reveres. And then on the way out of Leavenworth, there is a candy store. But for some reason, this candy store also sells legitimately evil hot sauces.
So random. What a pairing.
I know. The hottest. In fact, they make you show ID.
Yeah.
It's like they make you show ID to try them.
Yeah.
Just in case. But I remember I was back there with a stranger, like a complete stranger, and they were trying some of this stuff, and it clearly they experienced something like panic. And it did not. It didn't end well. It did not remain in the mouth.
No, yeah.
But for me, well, it's like if you've ever seen the stream where I got this contraption here on my forearm, when I'm exposed to something. Oh yes, that is exactly right. Whenever I'm exposed to something traumatizing like that, I just go into a kind of shock.
Yeah.
Essentially, and it's like I can speak, or like some part of my mind is still
you
capable.
block out the pain. And
exactly. I compartmentalize it, and then I look at it, and it's much the same thing with spice. It's only very, very rare, and you've seen that on the stream too. It's only very rarely that we encounter something that.
Yeah, that was a scorpion pepper.
Yeah,
that was the one that did
scorpion pepper. Yeah, it was awesome. Here, so which one do we want to try first here?
So this one is the German cake. This is Campfire Stout is basically chocolate, marshmallow, and graham cracker.
Interesting.
Put inside of a stout, which is going to sounds absolutely delicious.
Yeah, gosh, it's like, so is there an order to these things? Because they're all going to be syrup,
and then the Belching Beaver, as you can see here, is a peanut butter milk stout. So we are tasting a lot of great, delicious flavors.
We're having lunch early, is what you heard. And it's all cake.
It's all cake.
Well, here, where do you want to go first?
I don't know.
And then while we take advantage of these, we'll hit these cues.
I say we start with this.
The Campfire Stout?
Yeah.
Here, do we want to end with the burnt, with the
We'll see. It shouldn't be burnt too much, right?
Yeah.
But let's do the German cake first.
Let's do it. Here, and I have tools.
Implements of your office. Jeez, you got a whole toolbox.
Well, no, I have like 8 to choose from, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go a little crazy this time. And I was like, no,
I
need
the orange
to
one. No.
Get the bottle opener and come back to the program. This is going to be like some Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe type shit.
Yep.
Where I'm going to like go in here once, and I'm not going to come
out
back
on like 40.
I'm not going to come back for 20 years. So, but I mean, you'll all just maintain, right? You'll all be waiting for my return, I hope. All right, good. Dark Persuasion. Imagine a Dark Persuasion. Mm-hmm. Hey, so the Neon Graveyard has a question about beer, and this is a deeply auspicious stream for such a question.
Yeah.
We find ourselves uniquely qualified to resolve questions of this nature.
Sure.
That smells strong as hell. Well, it's only 6.5 though. It's
Whoa!
It's just the dark.
It smells like
It's just
a
the dark
coconut
malt.
chocolate
Yeah,
cake.
yeah, but that smells like about 11. Oh,
That's
boy.
freaking amazing. Is Mike here? He needs to taste this stuff.
Well, he watches the show.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Wow.
It's possible that he's trying to defeat some kind of freaker nest.
This is unreal. This tastes like a German chocolate cake.
Yeah, here. No, I would say that it tastes. Yeah, it has all the notes that you want from the German chocolate cake.
Yeah.
At 6.5, it's not too bonkers.
No, that's incredibly light for what
But
it
it
should
has.
be.
It's a combination, I think, of the alcohol and the mouthfeel. Its coconut has what I would describe as notes of sunscreen.
Yeah.
But like,
Absolutely, but that's
but not in a bad way.
It's the coconuts. There's that spray coconut.
It's the coconut oil
yeah.
aspect, like
Yeah,
the scent.
it reminds you of summer, right?
With the alcohol, yeah, exactly. Like when I say coconut sunscreen, I mean really we're talking.
It's the
like
banana boat.
Banana boat, yeah, exactly. It's like when your mom's like, no, no.
So like flips it out like.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, no,
Yeah.
mom, no.
It's all right. Fuck.
But yes, so it's like, yeah,
Wow.
does it have a little kind of here? Now that you know about the sunscreen thing, now try it again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for ruining that beer for me. Yeah.
Sunscreen, but not. But again, it should be said, not bad. You know, a good sunscreen flavor. Now, Neon Graveyard says 80 tips on conditioning your palate for tasting beer.
Yeah. More beer.
More beer.
No.
No, let me finish it out though, because we know exactly how to fix this. When I try most beers, all I taste is the bitterness. Drink more beer is an acceptable answer. Well, certainly that was our very
Nailed
first
it.
response. Now, I mean, the thinking, like the philosophy of this program is that German beer as a kind of mouth training wheels to get you moving in the right direction. Then that's what we would recommend. First of all, these are completely world-class beers. The truth is that you never actually have to leave German beers to have a absolutely complete beer education.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about masters, like centuries of beer mastery. There's nothing wrong with it, but the difference is that German beers, in terms of hopping, they hop them to the extent that it is required to keep it from being cloying.
Right. It's not going to be overly bitter. It's not going to be even usually in the territory of an IPA.
No, it's just about balancing. And this isn't to say that, I mean, it's certainly, modern German breweries, like some of the best IPAs I've ever had come out of Germany.
Oh, absolutely.
When I say you want to experience or explore German beer, let's talk about specifically what kinds of things that we mean. Like Hocker Shores.
Classic. Anything that they put out,
Yeah.
their Oktoberfest is just world class.
I have never even had their Oktoberfest. I've just had their regular old wheat beer.
At Prost, they have it almost year round.
Really?
Yeah, just they stock up on
They
it.
did not have it because when I was there, I just had their ship of the line.
But even their base, the Hocker Shore is just absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Francis Connor is another great one.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do wheat beers, you can do pales, you can do lagers. I mean, like you said, the whole spectrum is there for you to enjoy.
Yeah, but in terms of the hopping, it's like when you approach something like a Hocker Shore, it's like it's in the floral aspect, but there's also like vanilla and like mild wood.
Yeah.
Really, really crazy, refreshing.
Yeah.
Like genuinely life-giving beers.
Yeah, because a lot of that stems back to the purity laws, where you have to have 80% worth of Munich grains and maybe 20% worth of Vienna, or just all Munich.
Yeah.
So you get that rich malty characteristic.
And then they mess with it from there. And like I said, so those are the classics you should definitely explore. Francis Connor, Spaten, Hocker Shore.
Hoegaarden's a really easy one to get into.
Gosh, Hoegaarden is amazing.
It basically tastes like candy that you're drinking.
So gentle. But
it's
again,
a Hefeweizen, essentially.
but it's amazing. But they have some, if you start moving into your, into their beers, like their winter beers, there is a dark character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Underneath it.
If you can find Dunkels, any kind of Warstein or Dunkel is pretty much one of my favorite beers on the planet.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful.
And that's the thing about those like traditional classic German beers. It is never the wrong time for them.
Yeah.
It's like at any point, it is that you have. It is exactly the right moment. Like start the night, end the night, anywhere in the middle.
You can find something for that. Specific.
It is the medicine that you crave.
Yeah.
And then it may be that you want to explore from there.
Scotch ale's
and you
another
should.
great.
Oh yes,
a great avenue.
Scotch ale is, for Jeff, our longtime companion here on the program. He doesn't, when we started doing the show, beer was definitely not. That's definitely not his thing.
It wasn't his thing. Wine was really
quite
his thing.
talented at detecting and assessing wine, but beer was not his thing. Certainly, we've done what we can to try to bring him around.
Oh, he's come full circle. Let me tell you.
But he has his pour skills
180,
pretty tight.
Yeah.
But the thing about Mr. Callis is that he developed an affection for Scotch ales, and I think that Scotch ales are another great on-ramp to the form. S.A. Wells wants to know, is it intentional that Jerry must kneel before the malter every time now, or is it a happy accident? I had this very same conversation with Clues, and during that conversation, I suggested that is more or less the optimal
what you should be doing.
The optimal position.
Yeah.
What color is Azerbaijan's tail? I'll figure out what that means.
Well, they were saying I was Donald ducking it.
There we go. Now, Fodwin says, how about the Brew View for a name? Brew View is good.
That's really good.
But
what was the other one? Wardle?
Yeah, the Wardle is also pretty strong. I think we have to consider that as well. GM Rocky says, Jerry, did it feel like you were almost in an
Hey,
Eberron...
Pat Rothfuss is in the channel.
What, Pat Rothfuss? What? Pat, aren't you like making your like Hollywood show?
Yeah, right.
Or something? Aren't you? Isn't that? All right.
So do we have to do a Pat beer? I mean, today, just with him in the chat.
We could. We've certainly made great beers.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done a Viari.
Viaris.
Yeah.
Unwarranted Advantage was.
Oh, that was one of the best beers we've made.
A+. By sealing up an elemental in my brew binding chamber and setting off this magic technical journey. It's hard to express the sort of crossroads of joy and alchemy that this bizarre contraption enables. All I know is that I like it a lot. Here, so I'm going to drink a little bit more sunscreen.
Yeah, well, hey, listen. It's cleaning the inside of your body at this point, right?
See,
protecting your soul.
So many apply the sunscreen
on the outside
without.
We just drink it.
And it's a huge limitation, obviously. Think about all you're leaving exposed within. Oh, goodness gracious. That is a vortex and a half.
Whoa, is it a half? Oh, it's been a long time.
Oh, man.
It's good to see an old friend back.
It's working up a sweat.
Look at that thing.
It is working up a sweat in there.
It's the malter.
God damn.
This is fantastic.
All right, hey, so where to next? I mean, the Dark Persuasion, I think, is pretty good. Like, the very first note, for me, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, the balance is perfect. Now, after the fact, I don't know how the coconut is in there. I don't know how it's being added. I don't know if it's an oil or an additive or something like that.
Or if some angelic voice came down and sprinkled it all over.
I have had really, really good experiences with Icicle's IPAs. The Dark Persuasion, for me, this is a little cloying.
Well, it's going to be, right? Because you're getting a lot of oils coming off all the ingredients.
Yeah, this is definitely not... I'm glad that it happened.
I'm glad that we've come here.
I'm glad that...
I'm not going to stay a long time.
Yeah. I may not ever be back.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I did come here ever. Let's take this, and we're just going to move that away.
Yeah. Well,
now,
are you good
of course,
that color?
Another Clues classic here with this device.
So we either have the Belching Beaver.
It's happening.
With peanut butter milk stout, or the Campfire.
Now,
I think the Campfire is the last one.
Yeah, exactly. This is stout with natural flavor. Interesting.
I think most of them have natural. That's like saying this is a beer made with water.
Yeah.
You never smell the cork. Wow.
Yeah, I only handed it over.
Holy
I've never
crap.
smelled a beer cap in my life. That's some intense motherfucking nut.
Seriously, as I'm drinking.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, man. You gotta get through that sunscreen. You're working through it.
No, you yelled up, that's some nut as I'm
Here.
fucking...
Well, here. Yeah. So you give yourself a pour there. So the head more or less
actually, really
annihilated
good.
itself pretty fast.
Yeah.
But it starts out strong. Starts out good. It's a big bubble.
What is this?
Now,
Wow, that smells like peanut butter in a glass.
this is what I'm saying. Like, so when they say natural flavor, I mean, I think that I'm wondering how they got the nut in there.
Well, so this is kind of like when we did the Nut Lords beer.
Yeah, but Secret Stash is amazing.
Yeah.
Because that had a dry edition.
Yeah.
Of real roasted peanuts.
And you can do that as well. So you can either put this, you can put straight peanut butter in. You can do dry roasted peanuts.
How would you do the peanut butter?
Put it right into the
sachet?
bowl. You can put it right into the boil.
Oh.
Or you can do it in
It wouldn't mess it up
secondary.
too much.
No.
Honestly, the peanut butter in there, it would not be annihilated by the process.
No, because it's just more sugar that you're adding to the whole mix, right?
Gosh, the nose is out of this world.
Wow. That's
very good.
amazing.
That's very good. And it doesn't hang around. That was my fear.
Yeah.
My fear is it going to be like, some pumpkin stuff, or like the sunscreen that we were going to.
Or like,
we were going to be spending a lot of time with this, not quite nut flavor.
this is.
No, that goes away. That goes away quick. Yeah, because it's like you could be going into something that's like drinking.
Yeah, a jar of peanut butter, right? And that's a little too much.
That's not what we want. I mean, ostensibly we're here because we're interested in something like a beer, right?
Yeah, well, Rogue a while back did a peanut butter and jelly stout, and that was just wild.
How was it?
Kind of like the Icicles, like, I'm glad we got here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's cool.
good. Yeah.
It's cool. I'll tell people what happened here. I would say the body is quite good.
The body's actually pretty light, too.
Yeah, for a stout, especially with the nut addition, the fact that it gets in and gets out and retains some of that essential stout character is still quite good.
Yeah, I'm behind this one. I don't know. I don't think I could drink multiple, but
No, it would be impossible.
it's just super rich.
Yeah. Well, Cake Day has been
Cake
pretty
day on
serious
again, right?
thus far.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. I'm not mad at it. I definitely. That's my favorite so far.
Look at this. How great is this?
Listen,
I'm just gonna Sam Malone the shit out of this, and
yeah, we'll have an opportunity to miss one
Yeah, we need to have
and annihilate the
We have to
studio.
get bar stools for the end, so people can just
guests.
for guests, and we can just rack them down beers.
Well, because we had ostensibly, right? We had the Jeff camp
Yeah, we have the Jeff
for
can.
serving, but the truth is that Jeff should probably be over here at the end of the bar.
Well, no, when Jeff serves, he can just throw the beers down, slide the beers down.
That's true. Well, we'll investigate that.
The possibilities are endless.
All right. Okay.
What does it smell like?
Inert. Here, get that filth out of the bottom.
You.
There's not much of a nose on it at all.
Interesting.
The nose that it has, I would describe as a secret malevolence.
A lurker in the dark,
Yeah,
you say?
if you will. Give that a try.
So you're supposed to be getting some chocolate, graham crackers, and marshmallow off of this one.
Okay, that's oh gosh. That's
That actually hits,
surprisingly sophisticated.
right?
Once you know what to look for, that's weird.
Bing.
There's a lot to think about there.
That is. Did you give it a taste?
I haven't. I feel like something must have happened to me on a camping trip that I have suppressed because when I
You're just like, this has been fun.
yeah, when I smell it, I feel a little scared.
But there's no smokiness to it.
I have some things to talk to my therapist about. Let's see.
Huh. It's wildly light. Tastes like a stout.
Yeah. I would say that tastes mostly like a stout. I'm glad they put extra time into making this cool label for it. That's nice of them. But
that's what you're going to lift up out of this beer.
Yeah. And if we were doing it, imagine that there's like an asinine like theater reviewer who has turned late in life to reviewing beers. He'd have a field day with this.
Yeah.
I would say that it actually tastes more like the Campfire.
Yes, well, you say Campfire, I say chocolatey wisps of graham cracker on a bed of marshmallow.
No. I think that you're paid off by big beer, and I think that this.
I don't know what you mean, sir.
This tastes. I would say that this.
How dare you!
This tastes like something happened, and then they had to turn quickly near the end. And
run away.
Try to come up with some kind of a branding for their.
They're like, man,
their misfortune. They're like, we've got 100 gallons of this shit.
It's going out.
Yeah. This is what you need to know first and foremost. High Water Brewing. You can't beat me. You can't beat me with this. This is a hostile act. It's aggressive. But I'm gonna hate drink the rest of this. You can't stop me. You're gonna beat me this way.
It's really not
all right?
that bad.
I can't be defeated.
I don't know what he's talking about. This is just repressed childhood memories, and you're taking it out on a beer. Let's talk about that.
Let's not. Let's avoid that topic now and forever. Oh God. Oh God.
Do you need a moment?
Yes. Several.
I mean, there's a chair. We can.
In
you can sit down.
succession.
It's gonna be okay.
No, what I
Would
need
you like?
is
What do you? What do you?
I need like a.
What do you need to talk about today?
I need a couch.
Yeah.
Is what I need.
Tell me, how do you feel about this?
We
beer?
should investigate a couch for this show. I feel like we could work through a lot. No. No. This is not good.
Would you like another?
No. That's not what I want. Hey, yeah, that's the right spot. So, whew, well, it feels like we learned a lot today about, my youth.
Apparently.
So let's jump in here with the poll software, which works beautifully this time. So let's figure out what we want to do. I mean, obviously we have Pat in here.
We could do a Pat beer. We've only done one for Pat so far.
But we also, it could be a beer for Pat.
Oh, like specifically, yeah. This is very true.
Why not? Certainly we could honor him in this way. That would be the first, true test, end to end, with the device running full time.
Yeah. Wait, there are two Pat? We did another Pat beer?
There might be two Viari beers.
Yeah,
there was some swashbuckling.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, Traken actually has a very interesting idea.
Oh, we did a Drebus one, right?
Exactly. Drebus, yeah, exactly. Ritzbus theme is how he bribes CMs. Now, on Warning Advantage, definitely. We sort of have that too. Pat Rauschfuss underdog? That's some inside baseball there. Yeast shit. Rosy eye patch. Ah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
So let's throw a few things in here. In the most recent, I guess it might be a spoiler, but it was for about a week ago. And the truth is that, with the C team being on hiatus for a couple of weeks, you have an opportunity to catch up free of charge, and catch up in a judgment-free environment. I know that we're making like 3 hours of that stuff a week. I understand it's very difficult to keep up with it. But that being said, Rosie has indeed fashioned a novel eye patch from a very small piece of Cthulhu's patron, the Sanglith. And this strange eye patch enables her to perceive and then pilot the boat over the strange whorls of the phlogiston, which I did not name, and I apologize ahead of time. But
And you know what? It's spelled with a PH too.
it's that old,
Yeah.
it's that Greek stuff, right?
Yep.
So Rosie's eye patch is an awesome idea. I mean, first of all,
Yeah.
it is said that beer can modify vision.
Tremendously. I
as-
mean,
as
not
they-
that we have
as they
any
say.
experience with that.
We have nothing but experience with
Okay,
that.
just a lot of it.
Now, we should be considering at this point another theme, if we can. A cider. We're going to do a cider, Underdog. Fear not. We're actually
Yeah.
going to do that with friends
From Seattle Cider.
from the Seattle Cider Co. Spelljammer beer. Now you're talking.
Ooh, that's fun.
So we're looking good here. These are killer ideas. So this vote will be called Visualizing the Conceptualization Process, which is a joke from Calvin and Hobbes. It's an incredible product.
It's been around for a while.
Wow.
Tested.
Well, what's killer about that is that, that obviously that comic collapsed or ceased to be in active production long before my youths
Oh,
were
that's
even
right.
existed. But they it still completely works.
Yeah.
Like both of these larvae,
Yeah.
they can't get enough of it. Like it still reads and makes perfect sense to them.
That's fantastic. So what about like
How?
stuff like Garfield and all of that? as
Oh, yeah,
well?
they love
Does that all just
Oh yeah, Garfield.
it's eternal essentially?
for both of them.
Yeah.
Garfield Garfield had a non-trivial role in teaching both of them to read, essentially.
Really? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
God, it has been so long.
Yeah, that waft of grain coming out of that machine
Well,
right
because
now.
it's in the device.
Yeah.
And so it's literally like at our feet.
Well, yeah. So
Essentially.
you have one hole down here concentrating. That just does fucking phrasing.
There's essentially a beam
Yeah.
of wheat scent, but look at that color already.
Look at that wart head.
Oof, a doof.
Tenuous. What
Tenuous.
the fuck?
You know that it's wrong. You keep doing it. It's sick. Here, I want you to look at this vote. Is
it 50-50?
40 for Rosie Eye Patch, 40 for Spelljammer. It is flat. And they haven't done anything else. There we go. All right, so now Spelljammer is getting a little bit of a lick in there. Oh, but see, now they're going hog-ass wild. Now the Rosie Eye Patch contingent. I'm just going to let that run for a little bit. If you have any questions, of course, don't be a stranger. Just utilize the hashtag question and then put anything you'd like to address us with. It need not necessarily be concerned with the art and science of brewing, although, of course, that is our collective IP.
Oh my god, that smell is just...
I can't believe it. I'm so pleased. Clues.
It's fantastic.
I'm so pleased.
Oh yeah, good question. What about grain stroking, singing?
Oh yeah.
This all has to, the ceremony has to come back.
We've got it all.
Yeah.
But, all will be revealed. First of all, let's go ahead and get moving into this process.
Oh yeah, wow. What are we? It's going back and forth.
Yeah, now we're good. I think we finally. I thought.
Yeah.
God damn
you
it.
thought wrong.
I thought for sure that Spelljammer was ahead of it. And I have to let it run for a little bit here. But fear not. Hey, now Doc, I think that we've certainly had it as an ingredient, flaked corn.
Oh yeah.
Doc 2000 Brown says, have you done a corn-based beer yet?
Mm-hmm.
Have we done one that's based largely on corn?
Yeah, it wasn't that one we just did. I don't know. We have about
think it
65
yeah.
beers now. Hold on.
More than that.
Or actually, you know what? Was the Waffle Brew one of them?
Oh man. Underdog AG, also known as Underdogag, says, can we put Spelt in this beer so that we can call it Spelthammer? You're a goof.
And it's back to 50-50. Look at that.
What the fuck?
Now you're just doing it on purpose.
Figure your shit out. All right?
Rosie's eye jammer.
Figure it out. Oh, hey, Cookie Mom, in terms of the new SteamWorld game, what is Jerry's deck? Oh, dude, it's fucking
It
killer.
looks cool as hell.
Killer. So right now I get a lot of benefit. I'm just now trying to get my 4th party member. But when it comes to the base 3 characters, I've got a pretty good thing going on. It's largely focused around focusing big fire damage, increasing fire damage on foes, but also huge melee buffs and cleaving low HP enemies to spread it. I've gotten quite effective. Okay, well now it's still equal, except it's more. You beasts. Hacks. That's what it is. It's hacks.
I revert back to a Viari or Pat beer then.
Spelljammer may be winning.
Ooh.
Would you stop it? You devils.
Wasn't Spelljammer just winning?
It was. You monsters. You creatures of the night.
A vote for 2 is a vote for you. Jeez, now.
Now they've broken up into factions.
Yep. This is how the world ends, not with a bang, but a vote.
But with a liquor.
That's weird.
Here, I'm gonna hit it.
Rosie's eye patch.
Rosie's eye patch, can do. But Slap, we don't need a runoff vote for 2 items.
That is the runoff vote.
You beast. You beast.
Space beer.
Taste my scourge. All right, now. So no, we're good with Rosie's eye patch. Which honestly, there's cool stuff that we can do with that.
Yeah, I mean, well, think about it, right? So first of all, you have it denotes red in colors. So cherry ales, raspberry ales.
For color, I don't think we want to do we could start with a red ale, but as we know, it's not really red. It's just
it's just
they named it when we had less concept. Of color, so we can't trust them about anything. Something that'd be interesting, I think, would to get the color from an interesting color source. Which to my mind means making something that is itself probably less intense in color, perhaps, and then trying to inflect it.
So you could do a Pilsner and then bring the color in.
Gosh. I really like that.
But, let's think about it. So how did Rosie come to get this gem out of Chris?
Well, it had to do with big chunks of the sanguine basically shattering and breaking along the deck. So she was just able to pick one up.
Okay.
And basically strap it into a ring.
Right. So this was forged, or foraged almost.
Yes, totally.
So this could be a Saison, something that she, because she literally found it essentially on the ground in this location. She harvested it. A Saison.
Saison or a Pilsner.
Yeah.
Those are very, very tasteful choices, my friend. So, Pilsner.
Yep.
We know what we're talking about here. Mega light, mega crisp.
Rock candy is a really cool idea.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, and rock candy, candy sugar.
Mm-hmm. Belgian candy.
Yeah. Oh, indeed. And so, Saison.
Yep.
And I'm just going to say Saison because there's a couple different ways we can
you can go.
You can go with that French Saison that has that sort of barnyard sort of thing, over to the Belgian Saison, which has all those crazy esters and stuff that we associate with that style. We can't really lose, in truth, but I will be very curious to see what you think.
50-50.
Oh, yeah, Tucken, I have heard this many times. Butterfly or pea flower.
Pea flower?
Yeah, let's look it up because people have talked about it a couple times. Hey, so McMouse wants to know if we've had a bad batch in 65 runs. It depends on what you mean.
Yeah, what's your definition of bad?
If you mean bad in terms of a failure based on what a lovely color, right?
Wow, that
Can
is.
you toss up the laptop, Josh?
Look at that.
Wow. But it's like, that would be the pea flower there, but inside the suspension, it would be offering up all kinds of novel colors.
Yeah, look at that. That's fascinating.
Right? But anyway, something to consider there. No, a bad batch based that resulted from like or off flavors or things like that resulted from improper cleaning or something like that. We have not had a batch that
We've not had a batch that's been spoiled.
we have not had a batch that's been goofed or had off flavors based around cleaning. Just because that's your boy here. I mean, that is not something that he plays with at all. He is, if any, aggressive.
Beat the shit out of those germs.
He bullies these microorganisms.
I read a
that.
Perlman, those germs, they just don't come around anymore.
It's grotesque.
Yeah. That's 2 Cheers references today.
It's a hostile act.
Yeah.
But the typically the one that turned out in a way that didn't go where we thought, and I don't even think it's a problem with the recipe.
No, it was just a problem with the way we
And what time of year we wanted to do
invoked it, or
it. So we
put it in.
had a beer that we wanted to incorporate some pine, essentially like a pine tip.
yeah.
And a pine tip is not like pitch, and it's not like a pine cone.
Yeah.
A pine tip is almost like the fruiting end of a tree.
Yeah.
It has genuinely odd tastes, like almost citrus bite,
Yeah, absolutely.
alongside some pine flavor, but mostly it's like a tender texture and sharp flavor.
yeah.
And at the time of the year we wanted to do it, the way that we could get access to that, instead of like going and harvesting or something like that, was to use an extract. And then you can see what we're talking about here when you look at
The icicles.
the dark persuasion, right? Where that oil imparts the flavor, to be sure, but it, depending on the ABV of the beer, it can also coat the mouth.
That's a good way to put it.
I mean, I finished the glass. It wasn't like a hate drink in the classics.
It was kind of a hate drink, but
Well-
only because we used extract instead of actual pine.
We didn't actually follow the recipe made by the channel, and
Yeah.
that
was our,
that's on
But
us.
fun news, Holly is going to go out into the forest and forage us some actual pine needles.
Dude, do you know how nourishing it would be for the spirit if we could redo that beer with the actual foraged
Yeah,
ingredients?
it would taste fantastic. So once she goes out and does it, she's doing it for another project as well that she's working on.
Well, because she's witchy as hell.
Yeah, so she's going to get us the pine needles,
I love it.
and we're going to rebrew the beer.
They want the saison, and not by
I
a
think
s-
that's a
and
cool...
not by a small margin.
Oh, really?
No, they really want it to go.
I think it's a... I mean, we weren't going to lose either way on that vote. Both beers would be fantastic.
No. Obviously, the Pilsner, I mean, in my mind, I was thinking the Pilsner and the pea flower would be an especially cool
Oh, yeah, that's true.
combo, just because you can make a Pilsner that looks like nothing. But it's all about the grain bed, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we can put together a Saison. Saison, the rules...
It's the same concept.
The rules for Saison, by and large, are that there's not that many rules.
No, because the history of a saison came from essentially farms. So whatever and it was used to satiate the workers. So whatever was local to that farm was typically what was used in the beer. So it depends on the region.
Exactly.
It depends on what they were growing.
It's like the concept that we had for liquid assets.
Yeah.
Was it liquid assets?
Yes, it was. Because that was the one with the herb garden where we wanted the chocolate mint.
Yes.
But it was a Pilsner, so we
Liquid
wanted
assets.
to use it as a...
Yeah, and,
That's a
and
base.
honestly, now that we have this, like Drunk Phytologist gave us all that
I know.
expertly dried chocolate mint, especially now that we're moving into summer, that might be one we want to fast track
Yeah, especially good chocolate mint.
on the list. Oh my gosh, because we had the fantasy to begin with. Wouldn't it be great if we were actually right?
Yeah.
Like if it was actually like.
I say that to myself all the time. It's
Yeah,
like,
it
wouldn't it be
does
great if you were
happen.
fucking right?
It does happen on
Yeah.
occasion, and I think that that would be a really good hook. But
Yeah.
the idea behind liquid assets is that you're making a beer that has the same function as a tea.
Yeah.
It's just a medium, really, for
Yep.
infusion.
Exactly, just to
and
express other flavors.
Exactly, and the story of that is, of course, that you go around,
Yeah.
and then as they move into a place, in order to convince them, by
Yep.
hook or by crook, that they have their best interests in mind,
Yeah.
they flavor the beer with some local herb. All right, so now that we know that,
Yeah.
what's next?
So, we know we're doing a Saison. Let's get our stats, right? So let's talk about our ABV.
Indeed.
This is a wild range.
Yeah, Saison's fine.
It can be very, very sessionable if we want it at 3.5 ABV.
Yeah.
But then it can go all the way up to 9.5. So, I mean, and you could go higher, but there's really no need to in this case. So, I mean, the range is just, the world's your oyster when it comes to this one.
So we'll take. What's the highest there?
9.5.
Good
So, I mean,
God.
if we think about that as she's taking she took a piece of the Sangolith.
Yeah.
Did the power diminish, right? Did the power of this, deity diminish as she took it away, and so it's a weaker beer, or is it still resonating with her?
Yeah, with that dark power.
Yeah.
Here. So with that in mind, let's push that forward there. Here, Essay Wells says, hey, I have name suggestions I want to record in case I have to leave early. One is Monoculager. I like it. Yeah, there's Beer Goggle. Oh, God. Fear not, Essay. I'll make sure that those get into I'll make sure that gets into the list. Frosty says, are you permitted to drink in Spelljam? I mean, it's, in space.
Anything's possible.
Who knows? What strange force would possibly stop you?
Probably a couple.
There could be. It was super fun. I had a chance to go back and read the original crazy pants horse shit Spelljammer stuff about these. I had forgotten this because it had been so long since I'd actually played it. But in the fiction of Spelljammer, there's a race called the Mercane or the Arcane. That they are the exclusive proprietors of Helms.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not really a monopoly, but it's a monopoly.
But the fiction underneath is all the helms come from one helm. There's a helm.
Yeah. A helm head?
Yeah, something like that.
Helm.
The first helm or something like that. And it's just these other helms are its children or something. God damn it.
Yeah.
TSR
The weird went deep.
was so
Yeah, they were
weird.
stoned as fuck.
Why not?
It was great.
They found it. They built a weird place where they could do that type of horse shit.
Listen, when you have life stealer helms or whatever they're called, death helms.
Death helms.
Death
they have
helms.
death helms and life helms.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Everybody's getting helms. It's the Oprah Winfrey
You
of
get a
helms.
helm. God damn it, dude! They want the big guns.
Fair enough.
I have never had a Saison at 9.5.
Well, we're going to see what happens now.
Wow.
You want to write those down on
No.
slick notepad you got over there?
Always.
All right, so this is going to be the interesting part. Let's talk about color.
Yes, because and it's important that we discuss where the color is at because it's going to inflect it.
Yeah, and especially where it's going to go. So on this scale, on the SRM scale, typically they range between 5 and 22. So I'll show you what that looks like.
So they can be very, very low.
Yeah, exactly. And so if we go on the lower end of the spectrum, that's where color is going to be imparted from whatever fruit or any other additives.
Primarily. But if we're talking about pea flower, it's still going to be present at these higher levels.
Right.
But it won't be as much of a factor.
Right. Yeah, especially pea flower, right? It's not going to, it's not like taking raspberries and throwing it in.
No.
But 22 on the high side of the spectrum, that's where you get into that reddish brown color.
So yeah, it's really just how much of this other depth do we want to have underneath that color?
Yeah.
Because this color is getting expressed, believe you me. It doesn't actually matter where we put this. Pea flower will still be visible in this, but what percentage of that look do we want it to be? I mean, I have my guesses, but obviously go with your gut on this one. It's going to turn out fine either way.
Yeah. They're going light.
Oh, Tikkun is like, if we use pea flour and acidulated malt.
That could be fun.
We could get some sort of color. Now that is interesting. God, an acidulated malt in the Saison?
Yeah, it'd be super interesting. Or you could do like a peppered almost too, which would be fascinating.
God, it would.
Because there's a lot of beers like orange,
peppercorns.
orange pepper, mango pepper beers.
Yeah.
Those they taste wonderful.
Well, I mean, at least I've seen a lot of like a toasted coriander seed.
Yeah.
It's pretty common.
Yeah.
And that for some reason has an orange type zest flavor.
Well, I mean, it should, right? I mean, coriander is orange in nature anyways. Yeah. You knew this, right? We wrote a whole character around this and turned it gold and orange.
No, I did that for a different reason. I mean, I did it for another reason.
No,
It's
I mean,
personal to me.
yeah.
Orange, really? Really? Here, I'm just gonna do a quick search. Not about this. I'm gonna do a quick search about another thing. Don't worry about it. I got it. Just a different. Yeah, that definitely has an orange color, doesn't it? I said I wasn't gonna search for it, but I was lying.
I know. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, it really has. Yeah, totally. And a shell. Yeah, a lot of information there. A lot to think about.
You want to Google what does coriander taste like too?
Well, I know about that part. But you know, they don't want it too crazy. Like they want. Listen, don't act like you don't know who I am. So 5. They want 5, and I'm overjoyed.
I like that. That's a rad idea.
Okay, so our CERM is 5. What's next? Hey, something else we were talking about, because we actually have that actual tap head.
Yeah.
The best part about this is that we could easily replace, if we needed to, we could twist that top part off and replace it with a multi-tap head.
And
with
nitro.
With ease, yeah. That's the fantasy, is that we'll have a CO2 tank already for one of these taps, but that we could actually, we were considering getting a nitro head and a nitro tap that we could use basically to try even the same beer off of the other tap, which would just be another interesting thing. In the same way that during the ACK-INT event, we were able to have the same base ingredients coupled with 2 separate yeasts. You'd be surprised how much a nitro tap can change the texture, because
Absolutely wild.
Exactly, because once that texture becomes creamy, your tongue starts looking for other things inside the beer. It's really, really odd. So we're good here on 5.
Okay, 5. So let's talk about IBUs. So this, with the Saison, you really don't need to stack the IBUs on there.
No,
you know,
you
a 55 on the scale, 55 is going to be an IPA.
I have never had a Saison with
That's super
any
bitter.
significant hop presence at all. Just generally speaking, I've never had one that was like, hey, there's some hops in this one. Like, it's just never.
It's never really a.
But that doesn't mean that we can't do it. I'm just saying it's rare. So IBU, you're saying?
Yeah, so we could go anywhere from 20 to 35 is the standard range. But, you know, we could certainly go above that, and we could say, okay, well, maybe we want to...
Yeah, we'll go 20, 30, 40.
Yep.
Takan says that coriander equals cilantro, same plant.
Same plant.
Coriander is the dried seeds, cilantro is the leaves. Makes perfect sense. Tenuous Light, Jerry is the Pico glory hole you described to us earlier warm, pleasantly so. I need to know for my fanfic. All right, well, I'll be right back.
This got to a weird place today.
I'm just going to put my paw in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think we would call that warm. Utilized. But in Toland, in the UK, we call the leaves coriander too. All right.
Yeah.
Perverts. Ooh, GM Rocky says, Eric Jerry, could you pull up something to see how pea flower powder or tea changes in pH? You'll see what color the end would be-ish. Does Beersmith tell you the pH?
It does for the water, but it won't with pea flower.
Oh no, there'll be something. I bet that there's something online that'll help us do that part. So, but if Beersmith will tell us what's up, we might be able to punch in some numbers and get a sense. Because it sort of reacts with it naturally, right? Damn, this is getting hardcore.
Yeah, right.
Pulling up the International Scholastic Journal of Science.
Hey, somebody's got to. Whoa, there we go.
Oh no, it doesn't change the pH. I think it just reacts.
Yeah, to a different. The colors will change. Interesting.
What the fuck?
Yep.
What in the fuck? Oh, sorry.
He keeps it from Josh all the time.
I guess that's true. What in the hell? What is this devilry?
You know, welcome to Science Town, motherfucker.
Yeah. Population flowers.
Flowers.
Yes. They want the 20, so they're not. Looking,
Oh, okay.
They're not looking for something too crazy pants.
I think that's cool. I think that's a great. That's a really great way to look at approach this beer.
That's the winner. All right, now.
Okay, so let's take a look first. So grains in a saison. This is what's really cool. So we can use
What we want
because it's essentially anything's possible with this.
The truth is, we offered the Pilsner as one of
we
the
could use
styles.
Pilsner
The
malt.
truth is that we could use a ton of delicious Pilsner malt as the base because it's going to keep our SRM so safe.
Exactly.
And we can inflect it with something else.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would absolutely choose Pilsner as a base. Two-row is another one. I mean, two-row is going to be a little more crisp and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have to venture too far away from that. We could do 6-row, but
though, let's try it. Just because it's weird.
yeah.
So, what does the 6-row impart?
So
We used it once.
yeah, we did because we had a local 6-row that was made.
Exactly, which was really good.
Yeah. So the 6-row is it's still going to be clean and crisp, but it's going to give a little bit more of a bready taste to it than a normal 2-row.
It's bigger body in the
Yeah, a
back.
little bit more malt. Underdog rye would be actually really great, but we're not going to use it as a base malt.
As a base malt.
Yeah, we don't want to put too much rye into the beer.
Definitely. No, but I'm not.
I'm not crossing that out. That's still a really great
The optimal
idea.
scenario for me, I mean, in general, I think saisons have a novel, bordering on strange taste.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, for my palate, it's fine. But that's what it does. And we could easily get there. The rye would give it that odd bitter taste that it would impart, along with the rest of the things we were feeling.
exactly.
It might actually be a winner. But the main thing is that the rye is pretty dark, right?
It's not really gonna impart too much color into
Really?
the beer. I mean, some, but it's not like putting a carafa in where
Where it's like, hey, what's up?
Hey,
No, it's carafa. It's like carafa. It's like much like pink. It's like the party doesn't begin until the carafa
comes in.
Until the carafa arrives.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard it. I've listened to Carafa's demo.
Yeah.
and
Well, mixtape wrapping in the summer, actually.
huge. Gonna be huge.
Yeah, it's on Dat Piff, obviously. Set an alert.
Yeah, we'll SoundCloud you guys.
Yeah, so right now it's between the Pils and the 6, which I believe, I mean, to my mind, those are the real choices here. We can't go too wrong. I mean, ultimately, it's going to be the yeast and the other additives.
Yeah.
We're really just setting the stage here, I think. Here we go. Yeah. So, butterfly pea flower, this is Attack on Spec on. Butterfly pea flower starts blue commonly, and then in an acidic environment, turns red. That's why I was curious how an acidulated malt would play here. Interesting. Gosh,
Yeah,
you
it's
could do
super fun.
Like
Especially
between
because
that
the
range.
flavor. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did we go with for the ABV? It was on the higher end. It was a 9.5 underdog.
Oh, yeah.
Tobias, I agree. Having the full ritual back is absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
and
it's way more fun.
Yep.
Now, I did miss a note on my notepad for the IBU.
I think we went low on that one with
Maybe
the 20, right?
I think that's right. I started talking about something else. My troubled childhood.
You know, it happens. And we're here for you.
No,
We support you.
They want the 6. I'm ready.
The 6? Oh, excellent. Okay. That's
Viking Goat. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about the slightly syrupy nature of the Pilsner. I'll use a more robust descriptor next time. So yeah, I'm down with the 6 again.
I like that. I love that concept.
I want it to be.
Holy shit!
Mr. Callis.
I just came for the beer.
What a pleasure.
Okay, so we have Campfire Stout, which is graham crackers.
I have had literally nothing to eat all
Marshmallow.
day, and I just had dental work, so this should be fun.
Oh, this
yeah.
This is gonna end
Alright.
well.
Have fun.
Are you
Bye.
sure? Wait, you don't want the belching beaver?
Oh, real good.
It tastes like peanut butter in a glass.
This is the good one.
Yeah.
Just grab a bottle of the Belching Beaver.
I'll grab. All right, one for the road.
Here,
all
here.
right.
Here, do
Have a
you-
great day. No, I got one in my office.
I guess that's true. Yeah. I should have known. All right, so we're good on the 6th row.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Next, so yeah, I would like to. So let's give him a twist on the next malt.
I think the idea for acidulated malt was fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's put that up there.
So acidulated malt is basically going to is going to move us into a red color along with the back end.
Yeah, but it's also going to, inherently put in some different flavors.
bite.
Yeah.
Gosh, that would be odd.
But what we can also do is go with a Carapils. This is going to keep our SRM down, but also it's going to give us head retention, creamy mouthfeel. All the songs essentially are in this grain.
Yeah, they're within it.
Yeah. But it's going to also allow us to boost up the ABV.
Yep. And then the acidulated malt is going to give us the tools we need to put that red color into the beer.
Exactly.
Otherwise, we add a fruit or we goof with it some other way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the acidulated malt's going to lower the pH, right? So.
Okay.
Look at that grain bed. Look at the color of that.
Yeah, it's starting to look.
The yawning portal,
Rich.
everyone.
Yawning Porter.
Portal. Yawning porter.
Well, yeah, I mean, Yawning Portal's also good, but we like Wardle. I mean,
Was
we
it?
like,
Yeah.
Wardle seems to be pretty good.
Ooh, Carapils?
Oh yeah, Beckenbauer says English is so overly complex. Acidulated malt is just called sour malts. In German. Yeah. That's the classic scenario. Just the 2 words.
Yeah.
Let's just
bring it down.
push them real close
Let's just
together.
speak this whole thing.
Let's just put them
Yeah.
by each other very close.
Hey, wow, the acidulated malt's taken off. I like it.
Interesting. Well, yeah, that's going to help us
Yeah, and
skip a step later.
the thing is, we're not going to put a ton of it in because you don't need a lot in it to make an effect on the beer. Ooh, the vortex is showing up again.
Oh man, is it back at it?
You can't. Yeah, I gotta like. Oh, yep. Yeah, it's a 60-30 split over there.
Perfect. I have left S.A. Wells' suggestions in the question thing so that I can add them manually
Oh, okay.
if he doesn't end up
Throwing them in.
being able to hang around. They want the Assiduated, and we're gonna give it to him, by God.
All right.
Yeah, okay, so we got our 6th row,
So we have a couple
and we
options
have our
now.
Assiduated.
So Pilsners are traditionally made just by throwing a ton of table sugar into this. Just regular, common, granulated.
Oh, okay, so if we're leaning back on that side from the Saison.
Yeah, so we have that
Of course,
option.
and it wouldn't change the color at all.
No, and that's going to help. That's really good. What's going to help us boost up our ABV.
Oh, to
all
our
the way up to
9.5. Yeah.
So we could go with that. It's not going to affect the flavor too much. That's one easy way to do it. The other way, we could add Carapils again, if we wanted to. That's going to help increase our ABV.
But Carapils is going to have a color payload too.
Not really.
Really?
Yeah, it's Pilsner. It's essentially Pilsner malt.
Oh, that's right.
So this is interesting. We could use a candied sugar if we wanted to.
Holy
Like a
shit,
Belgian
dude,
candy?
That's a deep ass roster. Can you throw the? Interesting.
Right? So we could still use a light colored candy.
Yeah.
And
but
pair a
look
candy.
at these whacked
Yeah.
out fucking tastes.
Tart cherry, Thai ginger.
You see the peppercorn trio?
So we have options, and like look at the peppercorn trio. And if everyone looks under the SRM, it's not going to change our color too much.
Especially by volume, right? So, God, should we give them a couple of these tries?
I think it's a cool idea, especially if we're pairing it with something else too. So there's a red raspberry, that would be great. The peppercorn would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Tart cherry, maybe?
With the acidulated malts,
Think about vanilla molasses. That's interesting.
let's give them those.
Yeah.
Let's not give them the regular table. Let's give them one of these 3 inflections, right? So the first is vanilla molasses.
Yep. Or trio peppercorn.
Yeah. And then tart cherry.
Do we want to use tart cherry? I mean, we could.
Good. Is there another one that's interesting?
They're all freaking interesting, right?
True.
Like Thai gingers. That would be fascinating in it of itself, right?
Chipotle?
Beats me.
Yeah, let's get that nut.
Ooh, okay. So the chipotle is cane sugar, chili powder, spice, and spices.
Well, let's keep that in mind for something in the future.
Yeah, that's
Especially for something like a Pils. We can get that inflection, but we can get it during boil and during real process.
yeah.
Oh, S.A. Wells says, have you heard of Anglic? It's English reconstructed to remove all the Romance roots. Oof. So an atom is an uncleft?
Really?
Everything sounds like Beowulf. That sounds delish.
Do you see those numbers right now? 30, 30, 39?
Yeah, there's because each of
I
these.
love this.
Each of these has such a particular inflection.
Yeah.
Right. And the best part is that we'll be able to use this to get to the rest of our ABV. So salt. The choice that we went with at the very beginning of the show is very recently, Ms. Rosie Beestinger manufactured a kind of eye patch that enables her to see the strange shapes of the new sea they've begun to sail on. And so we are collecting that concept into a format that can be drunk by wastrels. That's our plan. No, they want the vanilla.
Fascinating.
Right inside this malt core is a sweet vanilla molasses. God, this is going to be wild. This is going to be wild. Diana, easily. I know that she'd love to come up for it. All right. They want that nil.
That what?
That nilla.
Vanilla? So do we want to add anything else? I mean, we could be done right here.
At 123, we may want to get good choices for the rest of our build.
Well, yeah, I mean, that aside.
My
but
fear.
Is there anything else we really are looking to put into this?
Flavor-wise, let's see. So we have our, between the acidulated malts and the vanilla molasses and the pale malt, I think we may be in a good place. We're able to find a decent SRM out of this mix.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lower some of these down, but yes.
Cool.
Yep. There we go.
It's going south.
Yeah. So what we want to look at are the hops. What kind of flavored hops would this? Do we think that would accentuate this? Do we want it to be fruity?
Yes.
Do we want them to be
So it's
piney?
sharp. Yeah, I mean, right now we have
these crystals, right?
A
What
little
are the
bit of
crystals
sharp. We got
looking
the
like?
big sweet. We have the vanilla molasses. Yeah, I mean, is this the time to? So this is where we have to have two rows need to diverge in a wood here. I think that we need something that has a mild floral. We want something that has like a floral vibe, and maybe something that has a floral vibe and something that has a fruity vibe. I think is our two.
Like a citrus type of, like I feel like a citrus would be.
Yeah, on the fruity side, I say let's definitely move in a citrus.
Because my first reaction is Citra, 100%.
Yeah.
And we actually haven't used a lot of Citra either.
No, we tend to steer away from the stuff that we like the best.
Yeah, which is,
just so that we can explore and give them new options. But I think Citra is good. I saw that shit. I have that Citra Field Day in the fridge downstairs, and so give me something. Give me something that's got the good, that has the cool floral.
Oh, I like this. We haven't had a chance to use this yet, but Idaho number 7. We've had this in beers, especially actually beers that have people have brought to the meetups.
Yeah,
specifically.
Yeah.
But this is tropical fruit, apricot, oranges. Things in, a lot of those stone fruits you're gonna get.
I love that. So that's a big one that'll carry the back of this a little bit and flatten out this pile of sugar we put in.
Yeah, and what's interesting with that, with Idaho 7, you can use that as to bitter, and then if we want to dry hop or add flavor additions, you can hit it again.
So let's get something floral that has a nice perfume but good.
Centennial.
Oh yeah.
All the way.
Yeah.
Floral, citrus, spicy, and clean. Eureka is herbal pine, mint, and grapefruit rind.
Whoa! Oh man, that is pretty alien. Here are some cool hop choices for y'all. Take a look. See what you think. Any one of those would be cool. Kika says, now that Anna Prosser moved to Seattle.
We got a leak.
What?
Oh, leak below.
No!
Ah!
So much liquid pouring out.
No! We gotta balance that thing.
Oh,
It should be balanced, actually.
It's waterproof.
it's waterproof?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's gonna pop.
Huh?
You got carpet.
Oh, it's on carpet.
Ah!
Do you tell us?
Yes. It's in the bathroom.
Go.
Oh,
Yeah, the bottom is fine.
oh no. Why so foamy?
Why so full?
Why are you foaming so?
Welcome to brewing.
Yeah, for sure. Is it tilted forward?
Could be.
Yeah, I wonder if it's balanced left, right.
Yeah, left, right should be fine at next minute.
Yeah, I wonder if it's balanced left, right, but it's not balanced forward.
Stay with it.
Yeah, I agree. This all comes from Jerry not singing to them. I 100% agree. You're giving it to him like he knows how to use it.
It smells so good though.
Oh, it do. No, it's very, very close on the left, right.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
it's
can.
good
Yes, Crimson
that way.
Harvest. You can actually
So tilted
take
so
your
far
finger,
forward. You see
get
that?
your nose
Yep,
grease
yep.
and put it in your beer, and it will drive the head retention down.
Okay,
And get
here.
rid of your foam.
Thank you, Ghostly. Here, we'll throw a few of those over there.
More.
Do we need more? You can grab more.
No, it's calming down now.
Here. So we just need to tilt it up a little bit.
Do we need to tilt it up or forward?
Well, if it's tilted,
Right? Nope, still. So if we tilt this up, it will go that way. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Chris isn't here to drink from those soaked grains.
Oh, that's heavy. Nope.
Better.
Better. Well,
Here, so all we need is we just need a post or a rod or something
Yep.
that it can slot in
yeah.
and then lift it up. But that might have kept it from the worst of
We'll leave that in there.
it for now. Wow.
Sure.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it's a sound baffler too.
Oh, yeah. All right. It's fine.
We're good.
We dealt with it. It's good. Next time I'll sing twice. So, Centennial.
Yep. Oh, great. So here's the question. Do we want to add another one of those hops in as a flavor addition? Okay, so three choices.
Yeah.
No more additions. Mm-hmm. Then do we add Centennial as a flavor and aroma addition? Or do we add another hop as a flavor and aroma addition? And we'll make this vote quick.
So, as a flavor addition, we mean dry.
No, right at the end.
Oh, whirlpool,
Yep.
as they say. So it doesn't add a lot of bitterness,
No?
but it adds a lot of flavor.
Yep.
It's just a way for us to twist it. Oh, but Kika says, hey, now that Anna Prosser has moved to Seattle, will there be some more Evelyn possibly shipping with Omen-themed brews with her in the near future? Certainly, I'd love it. I mean, the fact is that there's other members of the Waffle Crew that have not come in.
Yeah, Jared wants to come on. Same with Nate.
Jared's local. I mean, let's
Nate.
let's get him in here. Fear not, Tanyas. I got you. Viking Goat, was that chandelier always there? No. But how tasteful is this motherfucker? This is actually the chandelier from Acquisition's live shows that you might have seen hung over the main table. In fact, I was there shopping for this chandelier with Alyssa, and you can purchase some very exciting chandeliers online. That's what I learned from that shopping excursion. Oh yeah, Vapor Lock. Yeah, Pat won't be able to keep his hands off it, and it's so low. There's gonna be a lot of photographs. There's gonna be a lot of selfies taken with it. No, thank you. They say no more additions, and I'm gonna believe them.
Okay, so let's get to yeast.
Yeah,
So with the yeast,
couple saison options, right?
let's first start with the Belgian saison. This is a classic flavor. It's going to be tart and dry, but also give, it's going to be spicy, but have that bubblegum Belgian taste in it. And
Yeah.
The next one is going to be the French Saison.
Yep, exactly.
This is going to be much more citrusy in flavor, but you're still going to have some spice and pepper with it as well. But the difference between the two is really between the citrus and the bubblegum Belgian flavor is really going to be what tilts the needle. No Brett.
The answer is no. No. So you put a couple of those other ones together at home? A couple of the other brews?
Yeah.
Nice. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait to tap them. And we learned something very important with the Pico here, which is that it matters if it is tilted as though it is riding a slide.
Oddly enough.
Down.
Much like the last Calvin and Hobbes strip.
Ever down.
Yeah. Just bring it back.
Yeah. That's nice. That's a tasteful note.
Just bring it full
But
circle.
no, it goes like this.
Yep.
And then the beer comes out the front. Kiko says, would you ever consider doing a Deern Howe, member of the Chicken Foot Coven themed brew? I hear the character's player lives in Seattle too. We are almost always looking for friends who want to drink during the day and have lives that enable that. Beckenbauer says, a Swiss YouTuber has made a system to monitor bottle pressure during bottle conditioning using cheap tire pressure sensors with a warning signal sent to your phone if the pressure gets too high. Nice. That sounds like some Raspberry Pi type shit.
Yeah. That's going down the rabbit hole.
It is indeed. Yeah, it looks like they want the bite of the French Saison.
Oh, that's really cool.
With
Okay.
these cool ingredients, that novel flavor addition, very solid, stable hopping.
Yeah.
Backing it up with the citrus, crisp spice flavor of the Saison. A little bit more of a wild approach flavor-wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. I think we're looking for a name here.
We absolutely are.
Here we are. All right, so names. What do you got? I'm going to put in essays right here. Beer Goggle. I'm going to give him one of his two. Beer Goggle, quite good.
Shattered Vision, okay.
Ooh, True Sight.
Scry Patch.
No. Hopefully you're okay if I use the old spelling of True Sight, which is just one word.
An I for an A.
Ah!
Pint glass, yeah.
Sour Patch.
Oh, fair enough.
Smart. Rosy colored glasses.
Spyglass, yeah. Helm Waters.
Smart. Oh, susurrations. Nice. Red Eye Flight. Very crafty.
Dye Patch. Aye, Captain.
Eye
Jeez.
Patch is pretty good. Saisongolith?
Jesus. That's fucking great. Void Gazer, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to do Void Gazer, but I'm going to do his two words.
Nether Knowledge, yeah.
I see
I
you.
see you.
Nice. Let me get one more in here. Ooh. I'm going to do Perilscope
Yeah.
Beckenthrope. That's really good. God, I might have to steal the fuck out of that. Here you go. Take a look at this.
Wow, that's a lot of
No,
holy shit.
and remember, so vote your conscience. Because at 1:36 here, I got to throw us over to the gentleman at the end of the hall relatively soon here. Oh, yeah, if you're down, Kika, you want to come in and tip some back, easy peasy. All right, I can close essays there.
Oh, yeah. Perilscope is good. I mean, these are all
Perilscope is pure fucking magic. Good Lord. Rosy colored glass is also good.
Yeah.
Honestly, none of them
all
are bad.
fantastic, yeah.
They're all killer. I gotta say, Eye Patch.
Yeah, that's
mwah.
okay.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So let me let this run for a few more seconds here, although I think that Perilscope may have
it's going to take it
out. Cake the Enforcer. It is definitely possible to brew a beer that comes out purple in color. It's just a matter of like what fruit additions you use. Our case here is with the acidulated malts. We're gonna try pea flour first time. I'm not saying it's gonna come out 100% because we're talking about some science. But yeah, I mean, I think boysenberry or blackberry would both be really safe.
Easily.
Really safe ways to arrive at a purple color.
Yeah.
And we're about to be ass deep in blackberries around here, so it's all good. Perilscope it is.
Nice.
I will take that term and I will use it in the campaign because it is ballin', 100% ballin'. Of course, gathered throng. Thanks so much for rolling through another episode of Acquisitions Intoxicated in the pipe. Had some mid-show excitement there with some escaping liquid. Easily managed, of course, and it's no surprise that that entire vessel there is completely lacquered and waterproof, of course. So good times in there. We'll make sure that that is squared away for the next episode. Of course, thanks everybody in the studio. Thanks to Clues for the malter that you see before you. Thanks to Eric Benson for being a patient, friendly gentleman. Ghostly, also cool. Josh, fine, basically.
Fuck you!
There it is.
There we go.
What are we up to?
And he's stone sober.
Yeah, what's that, like 750?
Exactly. Now,